Now, the Kiwanis Club has been in the carefree Cave Creek area for over 50 years. The Kiwanis Club's mission, in a nutshell, is to improve the quality and the development of the children in our community, primarily through volunteering and community support. The club saw a need in the community and found interest in selling slightly used goods at a discounted rate. What eventually became a foundation that is able to give more than $1 million a year back to the community started out as a small group of people throwing a few yard sales in the 80s. And as time went on, the garage sales grew and the community support and the donations grew with it. The club needed to do something, so they built a building and shared it with the town of Carefree in a deal that would revert the entire building to the town after 20 years. This began the Kiwanis Flea Market in 1999.
Initially, when I moved to Carefree, the Kiwanis Club had 6 flea markets a year, and I used to come with my wife early in the morning, and it started at 8, and at 7 o'clock a number of people were lined up to get in.
All the people that work so hard in the sales and the people that used to line up to buy, what a blessing to see them. When we come to Saturday morning sale, they'd be lined up down the street. And that's the beginning. We ended up with 6 sales a year at about, I'm going to guess on this one, $6,000 to $12,000 a sale. So that was our budget.
I would schedule my trips from Oregon to Cave Creek around the flea market shopping days. And I would be there in line with all the other people in line with my cup of coffee and my lawn chair, waiting for them to open.
What ended up happening is most members wanted to stick to the 6 flea markets, but however, we had a contract with the town of Carefree, that in 20 years we had to vacate the building. However, we found the present marketplace, which is in Cave Creek, we found it 17 and a half years into the 20-year lease.
The board had made the decision to choose this. There were people that disagreed and left. There were people that disagreed and came back. And there were people who were on board the whole time. And out of respect as Kiwanians for each other, it was up to the individual Kiwanian. And we lost some, but we gained new ones. And I think everybody in the end, as they look back, says, wow, I probably should have been on board with that from the beginning.
The Kiwanis Club voted it through and raised enough money to open up the Kiwanis Marketplace in 2014.
Because this marketplace opened initially without an employee. We didn't have a general manager. We didn't have an assistant manager. We had no one. We had volunteers. And it was quickly discovered that we needed to have a consistent foundation, that the marketplace, in order to run effectively, needed to have consistency.
The club knew that the volunteers were the glue of what makes the marketplace so special, but they did a great job in seeing that they needed employees to bring that all together and make the store run at its most efficient level. And David Bell did a great job in hiring the right people, and the store has grown at an incredible rate. It has almost tripled its earnings in those 10 years.
The 10 years has gone by in the blink of an eye. It seems like yesterday we were just opening the doors, and now today, we are an anomaly, we give approximately 70 cents out of every dollar back into the community, one for special needs children. We help out the Caring Corps. We give to approximately 25 different nonprofits.
It's just been great how this place is just mushroomed. It's just ballooned, not only in terms of sales, but just everything.
The marketplace and the general manager and all the management staff and the line staff and the volunteers, are all very cohesive, and because they have such a strong unity, they are able to keep our store with product that is constantly turning over. So it keeps the consumer, the customer, coming back to inquire as to what is new. It's a treasure hunt here. And just keeping that philosophy strong and alive here in the store keeps the sales thriving. So that allows the club to continue to provide grant funding to members in our community and to continue to give back. That's our purpose.
Now, the marketplace could not be where it is today without the customer service that we give. Many places believe that you should treat your customers like guests. Here at the marketplace, we believe our shoppers should be treated like family.
I tell you, it's like today, I saw Myrna, I saw Mary, I saw Molly, I saw Paul. You know, these are people that come in all the time. They're in here weekly at least. So I can greet them by name, I can tell them, I kind of find out what they like. And if I say, hey, I know we just got in, like those eggs came in the other day. And I said, hey, there's a collection of these. Somebody donated their whole collection. You might want to drop by and take a look at that. And I have people every day, and I'll have more this afternoon, that I'll see that I know who they are, and I kind of know what they look for.
Whether they buy a $2 item or a $200 item. I think everybody who volunteers here feels we want to help them have the best experience possible when they shop at Kiwanis. And so we're willing to stop what we're doing. Nothing is more important than helping the customer.
It's one of the benefits of the Kiwanis here, because it does feel like a community. So there were repeat customers that come in all the time, and you get to know them, all right? And over time, they get to share their stories, you know, which is really nice. Some people come in and they'll tell you that, you know, when they were in high school, something like that, that they were either the beneficiary of a scholarship that Kiwanis was part of, or someone they know.
When I walk in the store, I always feel like there's a lot of volunteers, and everybody is just really makes me feel at home. It's like a little family. It's a nice gathering spot.
We pride ourselves in giving back to our community. That's what Kiwanis is. Kiwanis is about supporting children and those children that are in need, and we do our best to give back to the community and support the projects.
My favorite part is that everybody, all the items here are donated. And then the money is taken and it's given back to the community. And having a special need grandson, autistic, I've seen how the Kiwanis has reached out and they've given like tickets for the kids to go see events, supplied the vans, supplied chaperones to help the kids with special needs to get outside of the community and just enjoy life.
It's especially nice when you have a customer that comes in and says, my son or daughter got a scholarship from Kiwanis to go to college. You know, that's really cool when stuff like that happens. Or they'll come in and say, you know, we bought this stuff for a needy family, and you know how much they appreciated it. So, you know, there's a lot of really human interest stories that surround this place. That's just incredible.
You could see it either in the schools or, as I mentioned, the YMCA, where they have the kids' room that was built there. And there are many other places where you see the actual impact. That's the cause and effect of that is really quite nice, right? Because a lot of times, you know, you donate money to something, you don't really see where it went or what the impact was. It's some faraway thing that you don't have something tangible. This is quite tangible. So that is one of the things I like. The other thing I like is what I was mentioning before, is the sense of community. You get to meet a lot of good people here, and they come from all walks of life. There are people that are very wealthy that come in, and you see, you know, some really unbelievable cars come in, and they come in forever. I'm like, okay, you know, but you also see people of need that come in and they shop the bargains, and they go out and they will have the rack of clothes out there. They really need those clothes, and they can get as good a bargain as the person that's wealthy that wants to buy maybe the moose head that's on the wall or something like that. You know, so everybody has a place here, which is nice, and it does reflect the community at large, and that's always good to see.
We pride ourselves in having a safe, happy place here, and we have made friendships that have turned into family, and you can't put a price on that, and that's not something that you find everywhere. And I really think that a lot of the success that this thrift store has had is because of our volunteers.
When I retired for the 6th time, I came home on a Friday. I set my briefcase down. Jenny gave me a big hug and says, now you need to find something to do because you're not going to hang around the house and get in my way.
My neighbor formerly lived across the street from me, John De Niro, who still volunteers here. He asked me if I like going to garage sales and rummage sales, and I said, sure. He says, I've got the place for you. He said, the garage sales come to you. And so I went to one of the sales where I had to wait in line downtown Darlington Road to get in. And it was a lot of fun, and people seemed like they were having fun. The next thing I know, John had signed me up, and someone called me and said, yeah, when are you coming in? I said, okay, tomorrow. And so I've been here ever since.
You guys go out of your way to make volunteers feel welcome, and that's really important because not everyone comes into a volunteer setting comfortable. If they're shy, if they're quiet, if they don't make friends easily, they look for a place where people welcome them in, and Kiwanis does that.
To people. You know, and this might sound corny, but I never knew volunteering could be so rewarding. I know I'm able to give, but for everything I give, I go home, I'm filled up.
It's really neat. I mean, there's so many neat people that volunteer here, and they all, have that great spirit of giving back to the community and being able to help people. So, it's just a great family.
I enjoy being out and around other people who feel the same way I do about it. It's nice to be able to feel you're doing something worthy and helping kids in the community.
You're working with a diverse group of people. We're a lot of us are older. We've all got little quirks. Everybody's different. So, we bring a work ethic and a unique perspective. But you guys then embrace all of that and make us feel like we are valued here. We really do feel that the things we do, no matter how small, make a difference. And that's important.
I have made a number of friends here that I would have never met unless I was in an organization like the Kiwanis Club, okay? And two, I can see that it gives everybody a sense of worth. You know that you have been lucky through all these years, and all we're doing as volunteers is giving back into the community.
Happy 10th anniversary, Kiwanis Marketplace.
Happy 10th anniversary, Kiwanis Marketplace.
Hey, happy anniversary, Kiwanis Marketplace.
We do it for the kids.